Most people live under the illusion that the right time will come. A time when all the stars align, when the mind is clear, when the body feels energetic, and the world becomes supportive. But life doesn't operate like that. There is no such moment waiting somewhere in the future. The only moment that truly exists is now, this breath, this heartbeat, this instant. All other moments are either memories or imagination. If you wait for perfection, you will wait forever. This waiting game is a subtle form of procrastination decorated in spiritual or logical language. People say, I'm preparing. I'm thinking it through. I'm waiting for a sign. But this is like standing at the edge of a river, thirsty, and waiting for the water to become still. The river is never still. It flows. Life is like that. It flows. And if you don't step into it, you'll be left behind on the bank, endlessly thinking about swimming, but never knowing the depth or the coolness of the water. Perfection is a mirage. It does not exist in the future. It is discovered in doing, in acting, creating, failing, learning, and refining. The one who dares to move, even with uncertainty, finds clarity on the way. The one who waits for clarity before moving ends up trapped in their own mind. Don't ask life to deliver you certainty before you begin. Life itself is a process of becoming. You shape your path through steps, not through sitting still. If you examine the lives of those who created great things, whether in art, science, leadership, or spirituality, they did not wait for the right time. They moved when everything seemed wrong. They rose in the middle of confusion, with fear in their bones and fire in their spirit. What moved them was not certainty, it was urgency. A knowing that life is short and time will not slow down to match your hesitation. So understand this deeply. The perfect time is not coming. There is only this moment, raw and real, unpolished and powerful. And in this moment, you have everything you need to take one step. Not 10, just one. That is how every journey begins. Not with ideal conditions, but with courageous action. When you embrace this, life stops being a wait and becomes a dance. Not perfect, but alive. If you simply observe, your body is never idle. Even when you are fast asleep, the heart continues to beat, the lungs breathe in and out, the blood flows, cells regenerate, and countless processes occur with astonishing intelligence. You are a miraculous engine of life. Yet, while the body continues its sacred dance, the mind often falls into inertia, resistance, and delay. This disconnection between the body's natural rhythm and the mind's reluctance is the root of much suffering. The invitation is simple. Bring your mind into alignment with the life that is already happening within you. The breath is the most honest reminder of life's consistency. It never asks permission. It does not check your mood, your circumstances, or your goals. It simply moves in and out, keeping you alive moment by moment. When you observe this deeply, you realize you do not need external motivation. You are sustained by something far more powerful than thought, the intelligence of existence. Matching your mental and emotional rhythm to that primal intelligence is the key to living fully. When you hesitate, delay, or retreat into mental noise, you are not acting in harmony with your own biology. The body is not designed for stagnation. It is designed to move, to build, to express. Physical stillness when practiced consciously in meditation, is powerful. But unconscious stillness, the kind that arises from laziness or indecision, becomes poison. The body, left unused, begins to decay. Muscles weaken, energy fades, and even the spirit begins to shrink. Action, therefore, is not just a tool for progress. It is a biological necessity. Have you noticed how alive you feel after movement? A walk, a stretch, a dance, even a deep breath. That is because you are stepping into the natural rhythm your body is already following. It is not that you need to find some external force to push you forward. You only need to stop resisting what is already in motion. Your body is not against you. It is your ally. But when you live in contradiction to its intelligence, postponing, hesitating, overthinking, you create inner conflict. That conflict drains your energy and dims your clarity. The body is the doorway to discipline and awakening. It teaches you consistency, patience, and immediacy. If you listen carefully to its signals, you'll see that action is already happening at the deepest level. You are not trying to create motion. You are trying to join it. That is the difference. You are not here to force life. You are here to participate in it. Align your choices with the tireless energy that already breathes you, and you will stop struggling. You will begin to flow. The mind is a brilliant instrument, but left unchecked, it becomes your greatest deceiver. It does not always serve your growth. Often, it serves your comfort. Every time you approach something challenging, uncertain, or unfamiliar, the mind rushes in with a story. You're not ready. You don't have enough time. What if you fail? These are not facts. These are carefully crafted lies that protect you from the discomfort of change. But comfort is not the path to transformation. Comfort keeps you asleep while life passes you by. Excuses are sophisticated mental mechanisms. They wear the costume of logic and reason. But what beneath them lies fear. Fear of discomfort, fear of effort, fear of being seen, fear of failing. The mind would rather preserve your sense of safety than push you into unknown territory. And so it becomes a master storyteller, always offering a way out, always postponing, always bargaining. But life does not bargain with you. It rewards movement, not negotiation. Each time you believe your excuses, you reinforce the walls around your potential. The more you listen, the stronger they become. It's not the external world that limits you most. It is the inner permission you deny yourself. Your body may be strong. Your opportunities may be present. But if your mind is busy justifying inaction, you will remain stuck, perfectly capable, yet unfulfilled. The chains are not on your hands. They are woven into your thoughts. To transcend this, you must cultivate awareness, a clarity that allows you to see thoughts as they are, not as truth, but as passing clouds. When you say, I can't, look closer. Is it really true? Or is it simply uncomfortable? When you say, I'll do it later, ask, what exactly are you waiting for? Discomfort is not your enemy. It is your entry point into evolution. Growth never happens within the boundaries of ease. It begins the moment you step into what feels uncertain. So, you must become ruthless with your own narratives. Not with force, but with sharpness of attention. Catch the mind in the act. Watch how it tries to protect you. And smile at it. You do not need to fight the mind. You need to see through it. The moment you recognize an excuse for what it truly is, a delay tactic, a fear response, its power dissolves. And in that moment of seeing, you are free to act. You were not placed in this world merely to think about life. You were born to live it fully, fiercely, and consciously. Action is the language of existence. Look at nature. Everything is in motion. The sun rises and sets, rivers flow, seeds grow into trees, and birds fly without hesitation. There is no contemplation in nature, only movement. Yet the human being, with all his intelligence, often gets trapped in inaction. Not because he lacks ability, but because he has forgotten the very purpose of his aliveness. To act, to move, to participate. Waiting has become a disease of the modern mind. People wait for the right job, the right person, the right feeling, the right day. But what they fail to see is that waiting is passive death. You may be breathing, but your life is not unfolding. You are sitting at the edge of your own potential, not because life is denying you, but because you are refusing to step in. Every minute spent waiting is a minute stolen from becoming. And you cannot get it back. You did not come here to be a spectator in your own story. You are not an audience to life. You are the main character. Without your participation, nothing meaningful can happen. Even the greatest opportunity, if left untouched, turns to dust. You can pray, you can dream, you can visualize, but unless your feet move, nothing real will change. Destiny is not something written in the stars. It is something carved by your hands, and your hands can only carve when they are in motion. This world respects movement. It bows not to those who think deeply, but to those who act with clarity. If you look at anyone who has created something worthwhile, in business, in art, in service, in spirituality, they didn't wait. They stepped in, often with trembling legs and unsure hearts, but they stepped in. And that single act of courage created momentum. Waiting for confidence before action is like waiting for the flame before striking the match. The fire comes only after the spark. So the call is simple. Remember your nature. You are not a creature of hesitation. You are born of the same force that moves galaxies. You carry within you the fire to build, to change, to awaken. The universe did not place you here to postpone. It placed you here to participate. You are not here to be buried in thought. You are here to breathe life into what must be done, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. The mind is the most sophisticated instrument ever created, yet it comes without a manual. It can create beauty beyond imagination or build illusions that keep you enslaved for life. Most people are not living with their mind, they are living under it. It dominates their days, floods their thoughts, and drags them through endless loops of fear, doubt, and overthinking. But the mind, when seen clearly and used consciously, can become your greatest tool. Sharper than any sword, more powerful than any external resource. What you experience as suffering is not in the world. It is in how your mind interprets it. The same situation can break one person and awaken another simply based on how the mind is structured. If you leave it undirected, it becomes chaotic. It picks up every passing influence, stores every memory, reacts to every opinion, and slowly your inner space becomes cluttered, noisy, heavy. In that state, even simple actions feel difficult, and growth feels far away. It is not the world resisting you. It is your own mind turning against you. But when the mind becomes still, sharp, and alert, it becomes a laser beam. It sees things clearly. It doesn't react emotionally to every ripple. It becomes an ally in your journey, not a barrier. And you begin to notice a shift. Your energy is preserved, your clarity sharpens, and your actions become effective. You are no longer at war with your thoughts. You are steering them. This is not about controlling the mind through force. It is about understanding it through attention. The first step is awareness. You must watch your thoughts without involvement. Just see. When the mind creates fear, is it real, or is it based on memory and projection? When it offers resistance, is there true danger, or just discomfort? The more you observe, the more you begin to separate yourself from the noise. You realize you are not the thought. You are the awareness behind it. And in that realization, the grip loosens. You are no longer imprisoned. You are watching the prison from the outside. The key is not to silence the mind forcefully, but to bring intelligence into it. Give it direction. Tell it where to go, what to focus on, what to build. Without a direction, even the strongest mind will spiral. But with a purpose, even the most chaotic mind begins to align. Like a wild horse, it may be powerful, but only the one who learns to ride it can go far. Your mind can take you into misery or mastery. The choice is not in the mind, it is in you.